the mountain sounds like plantain.
Plantain.
Come on.
Simple, like.
What? Even the mountain sounds
No,
like plantain.
in like a northern accent.
You're hearing mountain.
In the northern accent.
In the northern accent,
Yes.
it sounds like plantain.
Yes. Say it again.
Are you right?
Say it again.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Pull it out of her. I'm getting baptized, so now I must choose a British name. That's not white.
It depends on the culture as well, man.
What is your name?
No, it's not like
Put
I'm
that
getting
back there. No, just tell me.
African girls don't like Jamaica.
No, like I keep hearing from. I've heard this.
Because Jamaican boys don't like African girls.
That is
Wait, what did you know?
Listen, the little skinny Jamaican man in the SpongeBob SquarePants shorts here outside the barber shop that goes with Becky because she's wide and wants visa. That's different. He's on his own thing. Yeah, that's the next brother. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the rest of us that might be Jamaican and it's like we tell a girl because it trends now like what are you? Men are trash, especially if he's Nigerian, but then when he says I'm Nigerian, I swear, but then you want to date him. I say I'm Jamaican, okay.
They get reply.
You know what I mean? Some rolling pineapple just rolling, you know what I mean? I don't even have no tropics to me no more. It's like you can find me in Brixton, that's what I be like. It's literally like Jamaica. To Jamaicans, we will always be, but before Jamaica was that exotic cultural hub, like
Trendsetters.
the trendsetters, like you're from Jamaica, everything's going on there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's like Jamaica, you can
All
go.
Jamaican men just seem to be these guys that just mess everybody up.
It's just the way that Jamaican trade.
Yeah, but the thing is,
we just gonna come through and just.
yeah, but you know the thing is, it's mad. I understand, yeah, we do wrestling. I understand that when it comes to winding with some of us, it can be the WrestleMania, TN, obstacle course, Olympics, all sorts. You know what I mean? Choke holds, frog splash, extreme rules.
Wait a minute, look at this! Oh my God! Michael says, I think pull the cameraman. Look out! Oh God! What velocity! Double noggin knocker. Oh my! 16-foot. Oh! He did it! A death-defying leap.
Man, I understand all of that. You know what I mean? SmackDown versus Raw, innit? But I just feel like that's just one side. That's not Jamaicans. That's not being West Indian. That's Yardie. That's different. People need to understand. No, you don't agree. You don't agree that.
No, you know what? There's a difference between Jamaican culture and dancehall culture, and that's what people don't get the difference between. I mean, Jamaicans know batty riders and dancehall.
That's bashment culture. Because to be honest,
a different thing.
dancehall, Caribbean culture, especially with being Jamaican, yeah. Our tunes was uplifting, fam.
Yeah.
Even Roll It Gang, man. You know what she's talking about? Like, no, but like, not even just soca tunes. Like, everything was uplifting. It was happy. It was talking about either love, getting with someone and building a better life, independency, know yourself, all of that. Now it's just dunging on your throat and rock a wine, gal, and you got man tatting up his iris and all sorts of. That's not what I signed up for. And now that represents all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, Vibes set the trend for the bleaching. That's one man, and now a couple artists are doing this thing from his side. Now all of a sudden, all of us bleach and whatever. This is what comes down to following, like, who's trend setting it in your ends.
Even Vice done a documentary about the dancehall scene and about the whole bleaching thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
They
you see,
bleach us twice a day and put clean film around that.
I saw that. I swear that I watched it like
She's
twice.
like, the unfortunate thing is, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen fast enough. Like the process of it. I was like,
It's a bit mad still. But where does that come from?
That come from the white culture. Like they're
It's
trying to
the idea
strip
of,
it
like,
all off. They're
European
trying to
girl.
strip it
That's
off.
why
Yeah.
it's European.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
through Asian eyes. It goes through different cultures still.
It's just what it
Like
is.
light skin, you're the house slave.
Yeah, and
If
then
you're
it's
dark,
dark.
you was out in big
You're
and
thinking, bro, like, that's
But
what
can we
it is.
just deep, that light in its purest form is black.
For
It
real.
is. It really is.
Wait,
Before
Yeah,
light,
yeah,
there
yeah.
was
Yeah.
dark.
There was light. There was darkness.
even come out the womb, come from darkness.
You
Darkness.
come
Wait,
from
when you was
darkness.
it
You're not supposed to
light?
be born into light.
No.
It shuts off.
You know what I mean? And not just that, can we just deep something? If we are supposed to be dark, why is it that everything that lives in darkness is actually has no colour? It's light. It's nocturnal.
What do you mean?
Things that come out of darkness don't have a shade. Like the naked mole rat is nocturnal. It hasn't got a skin colour because it's the sun that puts a skin tone, it puts melanin, a pigment to your skin. Nocturnal, like there's nocturnal snakes, they're albino snakes, they're nocturnal. Nocturnal means you can be in the light, but they don't have pigment. There's certain animals and certain things that don't have pigment because they live underground. You feel me? And if you look at people that used to live in Mount Caucasus, now called Caucasians, and now we know them as Europeans, they didn't have pigment either. They had a form of leprosy almost. For you that are Christians, go and check this out in the Bible. That's why they were called Caucasians, because they came from Mount Caucasus, and in Mount Caucasus was where the people that had a certain disease or disformity went and lived before they came out. But anyway, go and do your research. That was a something else in it. But nah, literally, I think we're 2017 now. I think we're at an age where it's just the youngsters, our brothers and sisters. We need to teach them to love thy brother and sister, whether they are from the Caribbean, Haiti, wherever. We're not separated. We're just black. Feel me? With an accent, and we have accents all over the world. So we just need to tell our brothers and sisters that, in it, simple as that. But for us, I think we're good. I think it's time. What's the next step for us as you know what I mean, as a people?
Yeah, that's what I mean with the comparison, because we're literally the same. Like when your parents are like, watch that Jamaican over there. It's like, you know the Jamaicans saying the same thing about you. Like you guys literally are just the exact replica of each other. You say the exact same things, even if you say it in different ways. You mean the exact same things. Your morals are exactly the same. Upbringing, level of respect, level of mannerism is all the same. I really don't get like the old generation, how they're still so divided.
I want to know, like, what do you as parents? I'm gonna say your point, and then I want you to tell me, tell us as Caribbeans, what do African parents say about Caribbeans?
I can say,
Dangerous.
yeah, for one. Okay, first of all, I'd say that most African parents associate all Caribbeans as being just Jamaican. As a lot of people. Hold on. I know they don't, obviously they're just not aware. Anyone who's Caribbean, if you've got like a Caribbean accent, they associate you of not being African. Like obviously that sounds kind of deep, but they see that, oh, you've been moved over there, so as long as you've got that accent, you're Jamaican. But they all they know is Jamaican most of the time. So I think the issue is because they think that way. They think, oh, we're not in the same, we're not from the same ends. We're not from Africa at the same way. Obviously, historically we are, but they just see what's there.
One thing that my stepdad told me is he's clued up, but one of the things that he's only ever said to me was, we're African, they're Jamaican. But Jamaicans are African, boom. But they stole the hair from Africans and they rock it as their own. And they won't admit it.
What?
Something like that. That's what he said. I'm just going from what he said.
Can you
So basically,
you can't be dropping something like that. You can't drop something like that, make everyone go what? And then be like, well, something like that. How do you still
I'll ask his uncle, bro. I'll just ask your uncle.
No, wait. Are you sure he's not talking?
He stole it from myself.
You stole it from myself.
East Africans have short hair, right? Short hair. So it was one of those things. It's like, why do you want to get long hair? Like, we should cut it off or something. and that's why Jamaicans have long hair because they stole it off us or something, and then we thought
But
something like that.
You see,
is
but
something.
myself.
Just things like that. Okay, let's about that. It's just certain things like that. Like
You put it in
there are
your-
just certain things
These
that
tales.
we
Folktales that come out.
fairy tales or certain things that we tend to believe about this culture of people, these people from these ends. Like for example, like let's say some of my mum's friends, or for example, they would say, oh, the Jamaicans, stay away from them, they're rude to their parents. Just these things you see on the road. The things you see on the road. The rude to your parents thing. That's why when before we go to school, they'd be like, oh, don't have bad friends or I feel like subconsciously she means like don't go Jamaicans. Don't go Jamaicans, because obviously it's them ones like when you bring your Jamaican friend home and you're like, oh yeah, this is my friend, she's Jamaican. It's like she's really gonna look at her like, yeah, literally.
Literally physically last week to me. I went to She's house. She's mum had a visitor. I was like, oh, he was like, where are you from? You from Ghana? I was like, no, I'm from Jamaica, Dominica. He was like, oh. I said, yeah. He's like, we've been back home. And I was like, oh, I'm going back to Dominica in like a few weeks. And he's like, oh, that's nice. What are you gonna do there? Oh, there's carnival, nice celebration, rotated. Don't dance like that. Don't do this.
So even things like that.
I was like, but I'm with my family. What? And I was so good. I was like.
That's what I mean. Like even things like that, even cultural things like, let's say Africans won't agree with the whole carnival things, cause I don't know, but just certain stuff like that.
I don't get it though, because Africans fuck off them too.
It's Trini. Exactly.
But like I said, they just associate Caribbeans with Jamaicans. If it's Trini, they'll say it's Jamaicans.
Man,
Aunties are
did you
90.
say brock your back for
Yes,
Jesus?
aunties are 90 degrees in church. So I don't understand where all this don't dance like that is coming from. You are literally like, on Jesus.
They do it in a different style, so they try to say, oh, it's not the same thing.
They're doing the little kung one,
Hey,
two,
As long as the song is different,
that's what
you know what I mean? Uncle can come down on the Segway and do his little thing. I've seen it.
as long as it's to do with God, they're calm.
It's calm, but no, you know, in situations like that, yeah, I find it the funniest. I find it fun because it's like now I have the chance to sit down with you and let you know that's not exactly how it is. You know?
Yeah.
That's why when white people say things to me, when Asian people say things to me, I let them ask. You got a question? Go and ask it. It's alright. I'm not gonna hurt you. Like I'm not gonna get mad at you for asking something if you're inquiring for better judgment. I'll let you know how it is for real. Because then from that you break the stereotype and these folk tales. It could be that an African person saw a Jamaican spit on the floor, or a Jamaican saw an African spit on the floor. Look, Africans are nasty, you know. You know what I mean? One of them trying to spit in dirty and trying to spit pan it, you know what I mean? And we both have the idea of keeping yourself tidy and clean and try to spit pan my son the best, you know? You know? No, we went to church, you know, down just like that, and it's like we deem respect a major thing.
Yeah.
A major thing.
Yeah.
In a Caribbean household, you cannot go to a family party and walk in and just say hi.
Yeah.
No, not even not come in and not say hi. You can't come in and just say hi.
Oh no.
There's
I've
elders
had
in
the
that.
opposite once. I walked in, bear in mind, I was like, wait, how old was I? I was like 13 here. I walked into, it wasn't a Jamaican party, but it was like a kids' party, and the dad of the place, I said, hello uncle. He said, I'm not your uncle. He said, I'm not your uncle. I was like, bro, I was like 13.
Oh no, alright.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay, maybe it's the,
Right,
okay.
check it.
And Caribbeans, you guys are just like more friendly and stuff. You'll be like, hi Caroline. Whereas if you try to come into my house and be like, hi Caroline, my mom will box you.
That's what I mean.
Whoa,
You
sorry.
can't put no.
Alright, this is where we differ. You're saying that from a perspective of being Jamaican. As a Jamaican, I'm telling you this.
Not just Jamaicans, like some, not
Right, alright, let me tell you.
Some Caribbeans
Wait.
prefer to call parents by their names, which is a no wrong thing. That's what I'm talking about. We have to say I've had some friends try it. They walk into the house, they're like, what's your mom's name? And I've done that to my friends as well. And I'm like,
let's find them.
The reason in which like a lot of I think the reason in which a lot of like Caribbean people are okay with like the whole auntie and uncle thing, the ones that are okay with it is because they've been influenced by African culture or they have African friends.
I beg to differ. And let me finish my point. No, I beg to differ. I cannot allow you to drop that just because you have African friends and may have seen that culture. I tell you this. There is similarities. Yes, we may descend from Africans, and yes, it may be a thing where the culture is lineage and whatever. But do you know what? Elderly West Indians, of all the Caribbean. This is what I say. Where I cannot go into a house. My parents know the rules and regulations. I cannot go into a house where it's family orientated, and there is elderly West Indians in the house, and I cannot. West Indians will screw you, until you come and say hello. And that's how they know if you've been raised right. If you come into the house and you just say hello and you wave and whatever, that's it. You can come and say, do you want anything? They ain't taking nothing from you. Because you know what? Cool, you're one of the new school Jamaicans or West Indians or Caribbeans because you don't know about manners. You don't come in and say, hello there, my auntie, my name is so and so. Let people know who you are and who you're related to. Because another thing is, some people like to claim family and you're not family. That's another thing. With Jamaicans, we like to know who your family is, innit? Know who's coming in your house and we do claim people, that's your cousin and whatever, but someone will tell you the lineage of who is really someone.
Yeah.
That's how you know. But if as in our culture, we tell people who someone is. We know you're gonna go meet your cousin. That's your second cousin. That's your second cousin from so and so and so. That's your friend, brother that played domino. You know what I mean? Like, and you know people. And from when you're introduced, that's uncle and auntie. But my thing is, with the elders, you must tell them. We deem how the elders of Caribbean households take it. You come and introduce yourself to me. I'm old. I ain't got time to run up and down with them. Come introduce. Someone should have told you who I am.
Exactly.
That's the respect. What's coming on with modern day? Because from the Windrush, certain rules, even down to like pardoning system and stuff, that ain't taught no more. And because there's a new school West Indian, or the Caribbean culture, we have been westernized. That's why some of these younger generation Caribbeans can go and maybe can go somewhere and what's your mum's name? Are you nuts?
Okay.
I can't do that. I can't. I'm not trying to dead. I'm not really trying to dead.
Well, we're talking so much about the Caribbeans and Africans. I was even thinking about what's called the Americans. The Afro-Americans.
That's another loss.
They are lost.
You ask them where are you from, and they're like, I'm from I don't know, Texas.
African American.
Yeah, but some of them don't know.
I know. Some of them don't know, but I'm like, would that not make
you forget that's why they're African American because
They don't.
That's what it is.
the government can't send them back like they want to send the Mexicans back because where are you going to send them to when you decline their heritage of knowing where to track their DNA back to? You can't do that. You're just going to be throwing people here, there, and everywhere. And the fact of the matter is, they've been institutionalized in a way where they must love America first before they love themselves. They are, you know what I mean? They're not American Africans, they are African Americans.
They're quite anti-African. They're subconscious, quite subconscious.
Yeah, but that goes down to slavery. If you were African before you know what I mean? When Kunta Kinte said his name was Kunta, they was like, you better know you're Toby. The slaves were telling him to call himself Toby. You feel me? Because they knew you better move through with all that African mumbo jumbo. That's what they were like. Because some of them didn't know their heritage. They were born into slavery, so that's all they know. And others have seen what happens to those that try to pass it on. But the raw form, one thing I've understood about Jamaicans, Caribbeans, all black individuals on a whole, of every shade, we're resilient. No matter how much you try to water us down, try to stomp us down, try to forget your past or your history, somehow the seed is born again and it grows.
Nature finds itself.
Word. You know what I mean? Destiny finds itself. God finds itself. You feel me? You know what I mean? And I am born in the image of God. You get me? So gods know how to redo their thing. You feel me? So vibes 92.8. There we go.
But I don't think we'll all be one though at the same time, even though we can be one. Maybe this generation we're getting better, but like I think religion will divide us.
Really?
Religion? Really?
Why would you think religion
is what brings us
together.
Yeah.
Whoa, you lot are two different pages. I was wondering why, and religion would divide us. I think that's just we're looking for a hurdle, what wouldn't bring us together. Because I don't understand if my mannerisms are similar, like my.
No, because the older generation was more about focusing on us coming together because we were fighting, whites and blacks and all of this. But now we're coming to this new generation. We're not getting this so much. So it's only a matter of time before there's no arguments. Before the only thing we're arguing about is religion.
I hear you, bro, but at the same time, whites and blacks are still fighting. What has changed? The other thing is that we're not so aware due to the fact that there's been level ups in what we can do now as black people. So it's almost like, times have changed. For the elderly, they don't need to tell us they don't need to pass on the baton of you don't need to fight for your people, whatever. Because to them, times are easier now, man. We've done the fighting. Our generation think we've got it good. Yeah, people get shot, whatever, but 1-2 tweet and 1-2 rally, and we think that everything's alright and it goes back to how it is. What we need to do is teach ourselves and others. It doesn't end here. You feel me? Because if we're going to bring it down to religion, I don't understand why we would have to then go source a problem into religion. How would you even fathom, if we're talking like, we have got people that are oppressing black people, the people that are oppressing us, let's make a defense and then go, and if we have to then attack to do the best defense, you get me? In order to stop that from happening. Once we've done that, I don't understand why we were just brothers in arms. Why can't we still then just be brothers in arms? I don't understand what, once the battle's done and we pray, someone's saying Allah, someone's saying Jesus, someone's saying whatever, and then it's like, yo, hey, you're not my brother, It doesn't work like that.
Because even religious teachers love thy neighbour.
Love thy neighbour.
Yeah,
You feel me? If you still call them God, love your God, I love mine. You're made in God's image. We are still gods. I think what happens is we break it down to religion instead of spirituality. Understand in the fine context of your being, and that's who you are. If it's for the best of human race and what we're doing in the world, then on worldly terms we can still be brothers and sisters. What you do in your own home and who you pray to is your business. I can't tell you how to run yourself doing that. You feel me? Too many times now we decide to, due to Western culture and stuff like that, we're institutionalized into you're not the same as them because you believe in so-and-so and they believe in so-and-so. But even down to African culture and Caribbean culture, there's similarities, but we feel because your culture is your culture and our culture, we're different. Yeah. But the fundamental basis is still there. You believe in God, I believe in God.
That's true, but when it comes to truth, that's what I'm saying. I feel like in the future, when it comes down to what's true, because right now it's more when people are religious, they don't take it as serious. So it's I believe in God, you believe in God, but there are people that take it seriously.
But I think that's a general thing. It's not just a thing that's between African and Caribbean. That's just how the world is. There are people who are atheists, some Africans atheists, Caribbeans atheists. I think that is a universal thing, that religion.
So you think we can still come together?
Of course.
Yeah, as African Caribbeans, yes, definitely. But when it comes to religion, I think that's now amongst every individual of the world, in opposed to Africans and Caribbeans. It's a broader thing because half our culture comes from religion, the whole respect your elders, or religion, or the way our upbringing, just things like that.
I don't think that. I think it's God, God
from God. Yeah.
I've noticed this especially with with Caribbean culture, with African cultures. God plays a major part. You feel me?
Yeah.
And with Caribbeans, it is still God, but our culture is more the love, the laughter, the family orientated with the music. We feel it through the music. And I find it hard sometimes to understand what it's like with African parents. It's a very harsh relationship, even down to you. You're telling me, even though we're similar in age and we're identical in skin, you're still seeing a difference in religion when it's what's that even got to do with us coming together as black individuals? You get me? So my thing is, bringing up religion, I think that's something that's been conditioned to you or from either an older generation or through Western world where you're different because of religion. Because I think really, like I said, if you practice what you preach in your home, and your truth of that's the religion to follow, that's truth of your opinion. You get me? Because do you understand someone else's religion or whatever? And another thing is, if that's true to you, then let it be true to you and believe that. Too many times we try to change someone else's perspective because we want them to have the same as ours, instead of just understanding that works for them, let it work for them. But what works for black people is us uniting. That's what works on a whole for us. Once we understand that, man, let people live how they want to live, man.
For black people to be on the same page.
Come forth and multiply. You get me? Yeah, man. Love, peace. Yeah, peace.
Shot.
Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off.